Привет.
Привет.
Вы смотрите Студийный Дневник.
Дневник.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Привет. Привет. Вы смотрите Студийный Дневник.
Дневник.
Thanks a lot. That's nice.
Maxim. Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry for my Russian.
It's okay. It's better than mine.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm here with Maxim at the Nord booth here in Frankfurt, Musikmesse. Just showing him and you the Nord Drum 3P. Some of you watching may be familiar with the Nord Drum 2, which we've had out for a few years. We just showed this.
How many years?
Well, the Nord Drum 2 came out in should be about 3 years ago now, I think. The original Nord Drum, the first generation, was a few years before that. So
it's older than me.
If we go way back to our first drums in 1983, it may be that those are older than you. We have a long tradition with making drums. We used to make drum synthesizers from the start, or actually moving on to sample players and launching the D-drum line of drums.
But was it virtual analog from the start?
No, I think the first one for the drum was a very crude sample player.
Okay.
So I think we've always we did sample-based drums for a long time with the D drums. But
is it like PCM? It's called
yeah,
PCM
exactly.
samples, yeah.
And those were very popular for traditional drummers, and you could build your entire kits and it sounded like real drums. This is more of a drum synthesizer, which is a virtual analog, which means it's a very versatile sound creation machine which doesn't use samples at all. So it uses various types of waveforms. You have various drum modeling waveforms. You have pulse waveforms and FM waveforms, analog style waveforms of various. So these are sort of the building blocks for your sounds.
Do you want to say, for example, if I put MIDI keyboard in, for example, I can be playing the sound like a note, like I can play it in different notes. I can be playing kick and make a melody out of it.
No,
is that correct?
No, you would actually assign each channel of the drum to one MIDI note.
Okay.
But maybe there's a way to get MIDI to work the way you describe. Maybe
it has to be more channels.
Yeah, but it will not pitch accordingly. So, but maybe you can set up ranges where you play a particular channel.
That would be a nice feature, actually.
Yeah.
Because you can be sound designing drums, but not maybe like they made it in Swedish House Mafia music video.
Yeah, this is designed to be used with this six channels with additional kick input. You use it with any sort of kick pedal, electronic kick pedal, or you could use a trigger of some kind as well.
Can you use the like the usual MIDI synth has the pedal for sustain, I think. Can you use that pedal?
No, we only have one. We only have one pedal input on this one. So
it can be used instead, for example. Can it?
Yeah. Well, you could have any. It depends on how you want to use it. If you want to, this will only function as a trigger for one of the channels. So it's that's the functionality you get. But with the other model, which is on the wall here actually, the Nord Drum 3 non-pad unit, you have 6 trigger inputs of your choice. But I don't know if that was your question, but you can actually set up what we call mute groups, which means that if you're making a hi-hat, for example, you can have a loose hi-hat on one pad and then mute it with another pad, so you can create nice hi-hat patterns.
You can close the open hat.
Exactly, with these two pads.
Does it only work for these last two, or any of them you assign?
The mute group can be set up. I guess it would be. Let's see now.
Yeah, why not?
Should be able to get.
It's fun.
This is the
presets here.
actually the edit group mode, but then you also have you can set up a mute group with these lower ones. It's a bit difficult to show without the audio, but
yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, but anyway, other news that we did for this 3P version or the 3 version is that we've made the layout clearer. We separated the parameters onto two rows instead of one row, so it's very easy to switch between the different parameters.
And then you access them with the shift button.
Yes.
These red ones, yeah?
Well, you have the red ones, or what we call lower parameter. Okay. So those are either accessed by pressing this one, for instance, the wave parameter here is changed by pressing that, or I can hold this and change. Otherwise, I'll change the first parameter, which is the spectra of the sound.
Okay.
And the basic building blocks for a drum sound here is a tone part, which is something you can build up a tonal character. It has parameters for pitch and waveforms, decay, etc. There's a noise part, which adds different types of noise.
Create atmosphere, make the tracks a little bit richer with the sound.
Exactly. And for a hi-hat sound, you would like to blend in a lot of noise, and there's a click parameter which adds like an initial attack to the sound. So those are building blocks. With the Drum 3, we also added a delay and a reverb, which was not on the previous Nord drum. So that it also adds a lot to just creating a finished little production in your machine and creating a room for your sounds. It works really well. You can select the type of reverb you want to use. You have different types of room reverbs, stage, hall, cathedral, and this is also, I should mention, a prototype. So what we see here specifications may differ a little bit once they are in the stores.
They look like I first thought it's made out of wood, actually.
Yeah, yeah. There's kind of an interesting texture on that picture. No, it's a type of very firm rubber, and the sensitivity of the pads is really great. You can get very dynamic playing, a very wide dynamic range. Have the sound change with your playing.
So basically, if you have one of them, the only thing you'll have to do on top of the chain is just EQ and compress it.
Yeah, exactly. We have an EQ built in that you can access through the. Oh, there we have it. You can set the frequency.
For every sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is for every channel, and there's an EQ gain.
So you don't need EQ after that. You can use it on stage on the box.
Exactly. And as I said, the delay and reverb also adds a lot to the overall sound if you use it.
And you can adjust the tempo with delay as well, the BPM?
Yeah, we have a BPM setting.
Okay.
And where you can enter BPM value and have it set to that. So the reverb is the type of reverb that I choose will be the same for all the drums, but then the reverb level is individual per channel. So I can have some channels completely dry, then I can have the next one with a lot of reverb, etc. So I can adjust the level across the pad.
Cool.
Yeah. It's sort of an all-in-one piece of gear now that you don't need that much bells.
And then if you say you have 6 pads, kick, snare, open cap, hi-hat, and few percussion elements.
Yeah,
that's
like
it basically.
A few toms or whatever you want to use. And it doesn't require as much hardware now either if you want to keep it on a stand. It's only one mount basically to have it on your stand, as opposed to the last model.
So I can throw away all the samplers from the studio that are my drum machines. I can use that
I
instead.
would recommend that you do that.
I wish.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I won't be naming them though. well, I don't want to be tricky. So I had
There's a place and time for everything. And
I bought one of them. The small version of a sample. I just don't want to name the name, just to be nice to people. And so I thought that's gonna do everything for me. And then I start to travel with it, and I feel like no, I start to lose the feeling of samples. I start to get closer to the analog and things like that. And then I was thinking, okay, I need something the same compact as that one, but analog. So I buy another one. And it starts to feel like it's not even analog, it's PCM based.
Yeah.
And then you can model, but you can, the best in modeling there is like attack, decay, sustain, things like that. That's it, you can't model anything, it's PCM. And that looks pretty compact.
yeah, it is compact.
But if you use one of them, for example, you have it on the road with you, and then you want to make your drums with it, what do you need to... If you have a sound card, computer, and that one with you, how do you connect it with computer?
Well,
you don't need actually those channel 1, 3, the controllers for it. You can use it as a module.
yeah, and you could use it together with your sequencer on your computer. Just send MIDI on the channels you've set up for your different sounds. We also have an iPad app called Nordbeat, which is
I've seen it,
yeah, you can use that as a quite a good step sequencer for just accessing the sounds. And
So you can easily sequence it within a DAW.
Yeah,
like Ableton Live. Well, way too easy to do it now.
Yeah, that is should not be a problem at all, and it's as I said, it's really nice package that you get with this one.
I like the mobility of that one, to be honest. Because I like to have everything in my bag, like, just stay in the hotel somewhere, back it and start making music out of the box. That's doing it with analog stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know why. Maybe of course because of the amount of digital scenes came out, and the amount of people that can easily access them, that made music a little bit too boring, and you look for something with a real sound waves and stuff like that, and it's always different because analog depends, the voltage depends on the way it works depends on the voltage of the sockets, so it's always different stuff.
Yeah, this will be more reliable in terms of that aspect.
And then the Nord has the warranty on that, obviously. What's the Nord's warranty on that thing?
Our warranty? Yeah, well, our warranties will be handled by the local distributors, and so the actual warranty may differ from country to country. But it's a very rugged piece of gear. It's, if you drop it on the floor, you will dance the floor, basically. So
yeah, it looks like
it's not easily breakable, but of course things happen. So we try to keep a very good level both of technical support and everything that goes around it. So we want to help anyone that has a problem. We'll likely find help through us.
I see. Well, and what's the price tag on that one? Or is that the one you're selling? Or
well, the pad model, this one will be around €699. That's a preliminary estimate. That's what we're looking at, and it's likely to be available in June or early summer. We're aiming for June.
It's quite competitive as well, the price.
Yeah, I would.
Because if you take something for a grand or higher, that's a little bit unreachable.
Yeah, exactly. And despite being quite compact in layout and
I could basically fit it in the bag, but not that one.
But it will the types of sounds that you're not going to run out of sounds to make in a while. So it's I urge everyone to try it out and find demos online, etc. It's fun to play though with these actual pads, because if you're a drummer, or even in my case not being a drummer, it's a lot of fun just playing it and finding how dynamics can alter the sound.
And then the small one, the module version?
Yeah, I don't actually have a set price for that yet, but I'm gonna guess that it's around the cost of the price of the Nord Drum 2 main unit. So
No, we don't. Not.
We're soon done with that, I think. We're very soon done.
Okay. Cool. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
It was
thank
a
you.
nice interview.
Good to meet you.
You can say спасибо to my subscribers.
Спасибо.
And подписывайтесь. Подписывайтесь
Подписывайтесь
на канал.
на канал.
Thanks a lot.